I we'll see for how long this can be recorded and if I can even upload it. Sometimes I can't when I film, so if so, you will just get sounds. Hopefully that gives you something. I will just not try forever to make it work if you want. Here I have it's a yogi actually, maybe I should show you. Right. And some, just, I will pick one, we see them actually. Oh, gratitude. Thanks for the congratulations. Let's find out for my birthday. And harmony. Beautiful. Anyways. Yeah, so for the Tools Tuesday, I chose reading. And this is also kind of reading. You can use, actually these are just small angel cards of sorts to make a real reading adventure out of it. But obviously a tarot card is made for that. But then you read rather than read, but you can also read the books connected to them and learn lots of things also connected with oracles and so. But the tarot is, actually I do have this little Rider-Waite. I had those large ones. I guess that was the tarot deck that I started out with before. But I thought I bought these to use for magical workings, but I never actually have worked them that way. Anyway, so these traditional ones, especially the traditional ones, I guess they contain a lot. I mean, a lot of symbolism and such that in itself contains a lot, like universal symbols and a lot of information that may go missing if you, I mean, later on, if you learn from one of those more traditional decks, if you want to learn tarot, that is, then go on to other types of decks, then you still have that, the concepts of the wholeness of it, while they can be a bit narrowed down, since the ones who make them, they may have certain preferences and so on, they may, which can also add a lot to readings if you read with different kinds of decks and so, but still. So the images obviously is the most important, you could say, or that's where the message is conveyed. Although I used to read in the books or booklets sometimes to you as well. It's like reading, talking about the adventure there, reading a constantly changing, transforming book. So I thought maybe I should pick 3 cards for us just for that. Although it's not so Saturday. But actually I thought about reading books, not reading, but then I thought, oh, this is like reading, so whatever. Here's the back. I like to check out the back of cards. It means something to me as well. I wonder, well, I'll just do it like this. I think you can see, right? 3 cards for us now. Oh, this is a transition. Even in our mindsets, I think this means for us now. Let's see what the other 3 are. I will take this in turn. Judgment. Oh. Interesting cards together. They are naked there. Meaning also that we see through to what is really there, what is the real truth and not what we try to make it out to be, and so on. Interesting cards. I take this one. This is someone that is overloaded quite a lot. Oh, this is really interesting cards. Now I can't stop, Oh, what is this? This seems like someone who almost contemplate like suicide to me. This sounds awful to say now. because things are so heavy, they can't see their way forward, where to go, and you know, and this is like moving to the other. It's like that would be, or at least thinking about that would be kind of a relief to, yeah. These are in the thoughts and yeah, but still things are very heavy for this one. Whomever you are, maybe seeing this. Oh. And wow, this is a little bit heavier than I thought they would be. You don't need to interpret them that way. I do though, when I see them. I want to do something about this now. Maybe this is also something that prevents it, because they wonder what that would lead to, what will happen then, and so on. Hopefully, but someone that are like overly burdened here, too many stakes. Oh, by the way, that divination rods. Thank you so much for that. Limitless nothingness. Because I thought I searched for the word dowsing rods, yeah, and even rods are difficult for me to remember. But yeah, I hope I will remember it now. Yeah. Okay, I need to do something with this. But it seemed to come from the thoughts and from oneself. So yeah, this is about someone else. Someone's perceptions, and so I need to shuffle them and wonder what to do with this now. Some advice to whomever that is. Oh. Some advice here now. I will just pick one card that feels like... Oh, two came along here, so... Here is someone who's really, really intuitive as well, but also very sharp. A woman that can be very, stern and even bitter at times. Depending on if you do a layout, she can mean many things, this one, but she's very intuitive. This long sword here shows. But could this then be that what is the advice? To tune in to that higher knowledge, and to... She can be a little bit lonely, this one also. She have quite a stern face. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is a woman then that have those feelings. I don't know. Something. And the advice, I guess, come here more, but maybe both of them, to set your boundaries as well. This one is quite good at that. She's quite sharp, maybe even too sharp at times. But here it is about this balance. This is strength, to build your strength. And this lion represents then your physical self, and take care of that, and also tame it, so to speak, with your higher self here, your eternal self. That's the sign for the eternity. So you can still stay in this physical, but you need to be, this higher self need to be in charge. But also care for this. This can also represent the ego of the lion. So we should not we shouldn't serve others or our own egos as such, but we shouldn't dismiss it. We should it have its place, and that's valuable and beautiful and lovely, so we should really care for that. Still, and also this can't harm this eternal divine self of yours. So it's about fears as well, it may represent. So yeah, fears for your own nature, it could be, or others. lions also can strength, obviously they represent, you have this strength, and if you combine these two elements you get so much more strength if you embrace and honor them both. But also the lion, what was I supposed to say now? I was thinking about something, then I forgot it. Oh my. What was it now? I just forgot. Sorry about that. Maybe it was meant then. Yeah, so this can also be someone that is too sharp towards themselves, actually. Limit yourself and are very hard and restricting in your what you demand from yourself, it could be, and you need to let loose a bit, let your whole self be expressed, you know. Then you're stronger than you may think you are. Yeah. Well, I will just leave that now, but it feels very... Actually, sorry. I didn't think that would come up now. But to anyone it was for. Or hopefully any of you got something out of that, I was going to say. And then I also had some 2 oracle, but now I don't know if I should pick any more of those, because I have also some books around, and I thought about showing, for actually as before also when I showed things for no reason at all. But these I really think these are, like, I almost start to cry. They are so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I will pick one of those, Nature Whispers, for us also. And then when it comes to the tool, by the way, if this cuts off or so, I want to just say that I thought about reading books, and so I think it's valuable to read whatever kinds of books, and the backs of these are wonderful also. Actually, I can't talk and do this with sound at the same time, so I will have to stop with that. I need to concentrate on the cards when I do. So when I thought about that, reading books as a tool, I've not read a lot. I have so many books, and that is a problem, that I don't read because I buy new ones and then I don't read them. That gets a lot, and I have a really hard time to let go of any books. If they're crap and I have read them, I can do so, but otherwise it's difficult. So I keep everything. Anyways, I think it's a good tool, it could be maybe not so good if you would read and only keep to one view or one certain perspective, and so in what you read. But those greater things that you can read obviously must... in one way, if we listen to others, what they think, I think we get we get always influenced. But if we follow the pattern of what everyone else think is the best, then we would also live maybe within their kind of a little bit of or the whole world's a grid, if you would say, or a little bit not trapped, but like in limited maybe by that frame of thinking. So I've taken that advice. I don't do that maybe if it comes to books. As I said, when it comes to novels or such, I am pretty lazy, because I'm very interested other times in reading things more in depth and like search for knowledge, So I want to just drift off easily if I would read a novel most of the time, but I never actually do read novels, almost. And I never actually read, and that's why I think it's a good tool, because those I meet that have read a lot, they usually, not everyone though, but from my way of perceiving them, they have been really, really good at having nuances in their thinking and thinking several steps forward and so on. So I think that I really, really do think it helps your cognitive abilities, yeah. And also, as I've heard before, about when you take advice, to actually listen to 3 different sources at least. That is, if you would listen to anyone else's advice, but that can be good even if you know your own, what you think about something, to hear what other people think. But 3 different kinds of views, not only 3 other people that think the same or the same as you, but actually listening to different kinds of views. And then whatever you think still will is what hopefully you will go for. But yeah, I think so when it comes to books also, to broaden it a little bit. I think that happens somewhat on its own accord also. If you just read, you will start to bump into things. And one thing you can do, if you... I write a lot in my books, which you shouldn't, but I do. I mean, I don't know, should or shouldn't, but I think probably, I don't know, but I can't read in a different way. I just love to do that. And sometimes even in whatever kinds of books. And so I think if you underline or somehow make some notes, if there are things that are really giving you something positive, some positive vibes or info or whatever, then I think you can get something out of almost anything you read, actually. But anyways, to read and read and read, and at this time when I forced myself to stay out of TV for 30 days was awesome. I got so much more read, and I love to read. And also, not only that, if you have anxiety or feeling low, or I mean, there are other things like maybe better, like exercise or so, cardio, I guess, also good music, other things. But when it comes to reading also, you detach kind of your own mindset's patterns and go into something else. And if you do that in a very focused way, and if it's really interesting to you, you would, hopefully. And then everything else just gets blurry. You can't like get all indulged in your own thoughts, which can be really liberating and uplifting many times, whatever the topic is or whatever the book will be or so. But I think it needs to be engaging in some way. But maybe you need to force yourself to start, to take the first step. Anyways, now I will take a card from here. So that's the tool anyways, reading however you read. If you read cards, or I will take this one for us. Well, I will have to do as such. Let's see now. What is this? Seek beauty. Oh, beautiful. And if you like to work with cards, you can, as I said, I communicate with the spirit well all days almost, but all the time, and so, oh, they're like stars. So I really don't need that, but that can be fun still, you know, to I'm just, let's say no more. Where is the yeah, here it is. Oh, the book. Where was I now with that? God, I'm drifting. Yeah, to get as a guidance, if you don't have that clear communication that you feel from spirit, then you can start to get that clearer and clearer also if you use cards, to begin with, just a card or so per day, or several maybe if you want, but not as asking questions all the time, because that can become a little bit manic. But for as a general, to learn also about the cards, to communicate with the cards and get to know them well. So seek beauty. This is a time to reflect on love and seek out beauty. Create memories. Take time to enjoy your experiences, celebrations, and special occasions. The recollection of happy moments will support you. Look not only in the world around you, but also within. Seek out the loving qualities that you appreciate about yourself. Search for your own beauty. Look at yourself and the world around you from a new perspective. This could be really needed for whomever the tarot cards was for. They can be quite in your face, much more than some of the oracle cards, but they can also be sometimes. But this would be good advice as well there. Also be gentle with yourself. Not to push yourself too hard, and yeah. So yeah. I had so many thoughts now, but they just drifted away as well. Just put them back. And the box, even that inside is a beautiful color, I think, lavender. Yeah, also it was something about dreaming, or no, it said there also seek the beauty within. I thought about that just the other day. I see images like maybe similar to this with my inner mind, and I mean I can see it as real life also, as it looks out, so to speak. I mean the physical life, I can see it as clear as that sometimes, but it differs. Sometimes I see different kinds of films, but I just realized how, if I couldn't do that, I don't know, I mean that's just, I love to dive into that. It's just being embraced with just great vibes, but also to have that, just closing my eyes and be able to explore all these other kinds of all this amazingness that's there, if I want to journey to them or see them, and that's there for everyone. Maybe we need to develop it somewhat, but most of us know how to dream, so we can. It's just that we hold it back a bit, maybe. So, but I just realized how poor I would feel without that. Kind of, it means so much to me. Yeah. And then I thought about a card from this deck as well, Fairy Oracle. But that's a lot to read, actually, if I want to read from the booklet most of the time. But they are so lovely. I can't just not use them. And then we will see if I even get to the whole books that I wanted to. Actually, I didn't really want to show any of the books, but yeah. Anyways, and also I used to weigh them on top of the flame sometimes, and I blow on my hands and on the sides of the decks always before I use them. And I've always done so I don't know where I got it from actually, but I always do. So let's see. This one, oh, this is brilliant, beautiful. They don't look like that in most. I don't know if I don't have any on the back there is the picture of the these I think are quite fun and lovely. My cards look more like that maybe, but here we have, let's see. Sorry I'm moving around so much, but let's see. Ecstasis, oh wow. Is it that really? So beautiful, so beautiful. What a card, really. And sometimes I don't know if you used to see those lights flying around in the room. I always see them. And I'm not sure though, but sometimes it may be related to fairies. Now those mushroom rings that are also very close by here, they start to come forward after all the snow. Let's see now. And as always, no glasses. So, sorry about that. Here it is. Yeah, that's the word. Ecstasis, ecstasy, joy, rapture, motivation. Ecstasis is the song, the energy and power that feels unity. Is it said so? Yeah. There is nothing else but that song. No voice to sing, no ears to hear. Just the infinite and eternal song, the energy of which completely fills eternity and infinity. This rhapsodic song of bliss is what powers the cosmos and what gives it order and harmony. Also, we got the little note there, harmony. It is the song that holds the atoms together, the stars in their places, the galaxies in theirs. It keeps our hearts beating, and it is the love and trust that flows through them. In unity there is nothing but the song, the outpouring of undifferentiated energy, the power felt in a mystical experience. The void, you with that channel name, so often spoken of in spiritual literature, is not empty but full. So full that there is no space between one singing and the rest. And the next one singing and the next. There is nowhere to stand outside of unity and look at it, marveling. Yeah, okay, sorry, bumping here. Oh, I'll do it again because it was a little bit dark there. I will have to do like this. Let's see if I can see now. At the level of the world's reality and fairies as well, we have the sensory illusion that you and I are separate, that we are not directly connected, that what happens when a finger is lifted on a small planet circling the farthest star in the most distant galaxy does not affect us. We need this illusion because at this stage of our evolution, we are not ready to be aware of the full song in more than very short bursts, if even that. The singers are capable of this, but we are not. At least we are not yet able to do this. It may take a while for us to get there, but that is where we are headed, knowingly or unknowingly. Our ears are too small to hear this song. Only our souls are big enough. The song sings through everything. The wind in the trees, the radiance at distant stars, the beat of a mouse's heart, the rumble of a digestive system, the quiet gurgle of plants' capillaries, the deep, unheard hum of earth. Scientists have recently discovered what is this said? I'm sorry, I have to a hit here though, I don't know what that is. Unheard part of Earth's song, which is very deep and very low. Some of them think it may be caused by changing atmosphere pressure, like a gentle, slow patting on a drum. Of course, changes in the atmosphere come primarily from changes in the solar wind and radiation. So, in essence, we see that Earth Mother is being gently patted, caressed by Father Sun, and the purrs and hums in response, and she purrs and hums in response, as do we, her children. Everything is linked, everything is part of the one song, the ecstasis. How beautiful. Also about the solar storms that Let's Find Out talked about. And there is a little bit more here. Let's see if I can see it. Ecstasy is something people seek. It feels better than good. It feels, well, ecstatic. We experience it in tiny bursts and in bigger surges. It enables us to recognize the sacred nature of our own being as an experienced fact, not merely a theory or article of faith. Ecstasy is not something we can make within ourselves, but something that flows through us when we open ourselves to it. It fills us with power and with a motivation to grow, to become what we have the positive potential of being, and to fulfill our purpose in being here and now on this planet. When we are feeling these surges of joy, we are empowered and we know that we are on an appropriate track for us, the track that leads to greater meaning and fulfillment in our lives. This card in a reading says, among other things, go for it. It confirms that we are on course, moving in a good direction, and that we are in harmony with the great song. About the harmony again. It says great joy and great accomplishments are within your reach. Its song also lights up and empowers the cards around it, healing the past, intensifying the moment, enlightening the future. Oh, this is very well needed also for the first cards there. So beautiful. Alright, so I'll just put this aside here. Okay, and this is the book also, talking about book. You can just read the book, actually, it's beautiful. And then I will just show, yeah, I think it still works, right? How long have I talked now? Obviously way too long. I have a bunch of these kinds of books. Positive Energy, 10 recipes that transforms tiredness, stress and fear to joy, strength and love, and so. But usually I feel that they are quite, I have not read this, I have no clue what this is, but usually they are like also very much the same, but they are good advices, I guess, if you listen to them or whatever. Sometimes I get even exhausted from seeing something like this, but maybe it's good. It's one of those that I don't want to at least throw away, or not throw away, but give away until I've read it. Here is another, I don't know what kind of book this is, honestly. Go Where Your Heart Leads You. Probably great. A smaller one though. That's good too. Yeah. And this one, this is beautiful. I don't know. I've not read them. I have lots of books, as I said. And The Mountain Answered. Kaletseni. Beautiful. Maybe I should move this now. Even more so, I think. It's just such a beautiful picture here. Oh. Yeah. And then I have this, the I don't know from where these come actually, like masterpiece and fantastic nature things. You should show this in Taj Mahal, obviously. I could put this here. Maybe if there is time left, I can flip through it. Beautiful pictures, I assume. And I also have a lot of feng shui. I have a lot of a lot of whatever. And here is like an exercise one. I have bunches of these. I don't know why. Even like really like into each muscle, what they do and all kinds of stuff. This is probably good. 15 minutes a day. I'm sure it's good, but I have not. It's obviously guys exercise, but I mean we are quite similar. I'm sure you can use it anyways. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. It seems so simplistic and easy, but then you need to do it anyway. So, and also I've heard him describe certain techniques and so sometimes. This is weird, and I kind of, I get what he's saying. I feel, but I don't do it anyway. Lots of yogic books. And here's one for dream interpretation. I never opened it, but I interpret my own dreams all the time, at least my own. Yeah, maybe good. I don't know. I like the outside of it though. I have no clue. And also a lot of those what you can do yourself, aquarelle painting, and you still need to do those as well. You can't just learn by having a book in the shelf. And then this book, I don't know what this is, but it's like beautiful. Moon Magic. I kind of have never been drawn to really checking it out, so I don't know. But I have it, and this I have a little bit of a hard time to let go of just because of the title. and also these suns and moons up there. Look, moon there, beautiful colors. I don't know the moon cycle. Maybe I should read this. It seems like here's the earth and there. I don't know. As I said, it seems like it's a little bit of astrology into that, and then easily makes me not so interested anymore. But beautiful picture. Cherubs there flying around. Oh, Kali. I like the pictures. Probably that's why I kept it without even checking it much. Lots of babies. Oh, beautiful. Crimes and jealousy. Magic for that. Maybe I need to read this now. Monks, Edward Monks. Or not anxiety, the scream. Yeah. So famous. Oh, look at this. So beautiful, so beautiful. And the star there, and yeah, those lonely wolves. Yeah, here it's a lot of astrology. I think that's why I never opened it much. I will have to. Now I drift into this too much, but I kind of like the pictures in it. Yeah. Even this one. I can't hardly see. Yeah, well, I will have to. It can't be this beautiful and be bad, right? Or it could, but I feel like it. Yeah, they're like, I love them. Oh, another beautiful moon. And the full moon now, it was so pink. Oh, so beautiful. Wow. I will just even small stories around the moon. It seems to be here, like those all-time small stories. Oh, look at that. Wow. I don't know, there was a chart there, I guess, but still, then again, I don't count them. I mean, I want to be in phase, but I could do that symbolically, like now the moon it was in Scorpio, then you could do certain magic that relates to that, and so, and it's a good way to get like an all-around thing, sort of, but at the same time, I don't know. Yeah. Crystals, lots of those, smaller, and all kinds of books related to crystals. And now I have been more and more and more, so I feel the crystals much more now than I did before. I don't know why. But some of them I very, very much, I feel them so much, you know. And that I kind of need them, I feel that strongly with some. But I don't have a lot of this was more beautiful, like with certain colors on them, at least. And the moon. This must be, yeah, moonstone, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I have a lot of those, but you need to kind of read them then. So it's better to maybe write your own or make your own to like obsidian, to really have it handy, the things you really work with or need, or because there is no end to all the knowledge there is, you know. So I haven't really checked this much. And then I have Eckhart Tolle, lovely, lovely Eckhart. Isn't he wow? Thich Nhat Hanh and Eckhart, they are the ones that just slow my brain waves now, but my rate of whatever I'm in, whatever state I would be, I can easily shift it myself. But if I really need to get some perspective, well, he is perfect. And this I've shown before, but You Can Heal Your Life. I have these in Swedish as well. Amazing. And I've seen the amazing effects from it, from those affirmations. There are, at the end here, there are certain, you know, related to each kind of topic, affirmations, and what it may mean, and yeah, why you have problems in that physical area, and so, maybe. And then I have a lot of Alberto Villoldo. These are Swedes. I have them in English also, most of them. How overdoing it to having double copies of some. And actually I have two in Swedish, I think, of one. Here is one. The Shaman Path to Healing and Illumination, I think he would call it, although it's translated like well, it would be the same word when it be in Swedish, like enlightenment, the four insights. And Heal Your Future. I have several more books by him though. And these I read, but I don't like read through them like as such. I read certain things that I will work with or use or so. They are like useful. Yeah. And also the latest One Spirit Medicine and so. I should use more of the cleansing info there, I guess. And then have this philosophy book, bunches of philosophers. Yeah, it's too large even to. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. What have I done? Never mind. Maybe I should check through that sometimes and learn the basics of philosophy thought. Maybe it's good. And here mythology, which I'm more drawn to though. I have a lot of those books as well. This I have not opened much, I don't think. Also way too large for this. But maybe I should go through this with you. The Celts. And also, I don't know what this was, but Shinto, maybe this is Shinto. That's really interesting. I kind of agree on so much with them. I wonder if it says so. Then I must read this for myself anyways. Maybe this is. I don't know. Anyways, I recently stumbled upon that, and that's kind of interesting. Everything is so interesting. So whenever you get time to, do anything else than read, strange. Yeah. And this is also a book you very seldom would read through, but still, if you have a reason to on here, that could be something. Still, I don't want to give it up. I mean, you can open it searching for a certain thing, but I never do that. I have so many similar books, so I have my favorite ones that I usually go to, but so that I've never almost opened. And this is some from acupuncture to shamanism, just aromatherapy, a lot of info on various things, Reiki, nature medicine, Qigong, whatever, music therapy, and also other therapies like, breathing, the journey. You have heard them all, I guess. Many of those are a little bit Tibetan medicine, a little bit I don't know, a little bit too vague maybe for me. Yeah. And then I have some of these exotic healing plants and magical herbs and stuff as such. Yeah. But them I wouldn't let go. But it's interesting also. There are so many of them. I would love to have a whole library in just one of these topics. And Hug Your Shadow. This I worked through. Once I was going through a divorce actually, or it did work well, and I did this so much, and also I worked with what is her name now? Not Katie, but when you kind of switch things all the time, you think you try to change it backwards. If you think no, I can't come up with something right now. Or I can, but I don't want to say just that. She's called... I will put a link just beneath to her channel, though. But this is Debbie Ford. But anyways, I also worked with the other one then. It was when was this now? A little bit more than 10 years ago anyways. And it helped me through that time, really. It really did to be focused on the things that I could change with myself, my own thought patterns at the time. and to just it just unhooked certain things that I would have stayed stuck in. I mean, in my thinking, let's say. And this, I have a few of these also. So smart are you, cat? These are practices that you can do. You don't need to have books because you have a cat, but yeah, you need to entertain her. At least this one. And this is like dream catchers that I've recently started making, which is super fun. Actually, they are not so beautiful yet, but it's easy to do them. Yeah. So let's see, and I will just we'll just check through this then, and hopefully there is something beautiful in here. But as I said, I have it's already something beautiful in there. There are so many things. I mean, so I can't just let go. Beautiful things. As they said, look at beautiful things. So now we do that. That's an advice. Always to look for the beauty in things. This reminds me of some of the books I got from Whispering Canadian. That one there. Yeah, I will just... Oh, elephant. Maybe my little nephew would love to check this out. I think so. He may rip it, but chances you gotta take. He's so fabulous. He really look at pictures. He's the most amazingness there is. Acropolis. Let's see now. Yeah. Anyways. And also when you see these things, you kind of want to go out and like for a journey around some places. God, look at this. Oh, actually, I got my little... I don't usually feel so much for like going on trips like that, or even like all around the world thing. But when I look at something like this is the one that I used. I guess it's the picture on the witchy school thing. A little bit of a role play. Actually, here it's in a different light. No, I think I can't show you. And then this pops up again here underneath. Adventure. Go on to adventures. Yeah, what are we here for? For the adventure. Okay. I guess I will have to stop soon then. But I hope this gave you something. This is outside of Viola's book, something like that. Yeah. All the beautiful places. Mother Earth, she is like amazing. And all history. Sometimes when I think about history and so, and artifact, I don't know, things they found, and I still get a little bit stressed because I mean all that is lost, and shouldn't think like that, but there is a lot that we never, I mean, we won't ever know, and that's enough to know things we do, but probably I don't know about that. Oh, here is really a place I would want to go to. Yeah, the Grand Canyon. So lovely. Yellowstone. That's the one of the books that I got there. So beautiful pictures in that. The book isn't. Mm-hmm. I guess these are also come in like larger sizes with more pictures, but this was a good size for doing this. So as I said, Mother Nature or Mother Earth, so beautiful. Yeah, okay, so that was that then. The wonders of the world. Okay, I didn't have much more to say, but I have a lot more. Whoop! Now I almost made it all fall down to the floor. But I have a lot to read, a lot, and I think it's good to do so. Maybe we should take one more of these before we, and then abundance, great, and also show this again. This ecstasis energy. Yeah. So I usually don't go for things like this. They're mainly positive, just, but sometimes you may need that, and you can still get inspired by one word like that. So, but I suggest, as for the tool, maybe to read more than one word. Would be good. Kind of need to pick one more. Grace. Okay. And one more. Humor, yeah. Awesome. Okay, I will just stop now. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon. And thanks for commenting, and yeah. Well, since I get back to all the time now, so if I forgot to say something, I will hopefully remember next time. Yeah, take care, and talk later.